Now you can tell by the title and the thumbnail what this video is actually going to be about. Now there is a bigger picture to this video. We're going to take a look at all the managers, alright, that have won the Premier League in the last like 5 or 6 years and what has actually happened to them, what happened to them at the club, or just what happened to them basically. But the first thing we're going to take a look at, and the first thing we're going to talk about, is the Leicester sacking of Ranieri. Now this is easily the most shocking news of football in 2017, easily. I know a lot of Leicester fans are going to watch this video and actually agree with the sacking, alright, so I know that a lot of you are in the comment section down below. If you are Leicester fans, I know what your opinion is. I know what a lot of your opinions are basically, but you have to realise that the rest of the football world are shocked by this, whether it be a fan or a pundit or other managers. Everyone is shocked by this sacking. I think football's honestly gone mad with this sacking, alright? I do think it honestly has gone mad. How can you sack a manager who did the absolute unthinkable, something that will probably never happen again in football? Like, this will never happen again in football. Really super underdog team, go on such a good streak and win the Premier League. That won't happen again. I've seen people on Twitter like talking about the Mourinho situation. Obviously he won the Premier League and then he underperformed the year after and got sacked. Now this is so different on so many different levels. Leicester actually completely overperformed last year. They completely overperformed. Chelsea won the Premier League that other year, right? And they were expected to win it, or they were one of the favourites, right? So when they finish like 6th or 7th and stuff, that's a bad season for them. But that's the problem now, because Leicester's standards are now so much higher. After winning the season last year, the standards are so much higher and everyone expects so much more. Obviously, if they never won the Premier League last season, they were where they are now, then Ranieri probably might still have his job or whatever, because like I say, they're sort of maybe where people expected him to be. But because he's such a high standard, winning the Premier League and stuff, now he's battling relegation and stuff, it does look bad on him, but you just can't sack him. He's just not supposed to be sacked. This could be down to the players, to be honest. This could be down to all the players, relaxing. They know that they don't need to like perform like they did last year now. They're in such good momentum. They've already won the Premier League. They're thinking, we've already won the Premier League. We've won what we always wanted to win. So they're naturally going to be a bit more slack in their performances, maybe. I cannot believe winning the league with a team that's never supposed to win the league, right? It completely overperformed. If that doesn't buy you a few years extra at the job, I don't know what does, to be honest. Now, apparently, the players have gone to the owner and talked to the owner and said, we want Ranieri to move on. We want someone different. Apparently, Nigel Pearson, that's what the players are saying. They want Nigel Pearson back at Leicester. A guy who won the Premier League, mate, and you want the old one, back. I don't really get it. Yes, if a manager has lost the dressing room, it is really difficult, okay? Because there's like 25 players or whatever. There's one manager. The easiest situation is to get rid of the manager to, lift the 25 players. But you can't sack Ranieri. You cannot. He gave the club something you'll never, ever get ever again. All I'm going to say is the World Manager of the Year is now available, alright? And let's just be honest, he won't be without a job for long. Wherever he goes to bloody China and earns a massive payday because he deserves it, he can easily do that. Whether he gets a much bigger job in Europe, which he also deserves that. We won't see him out of football for long. He deserves to stay. And to be honest, the result against Seville the other night wasn't a bad result. They got the away goal. And yeah, 2-1 away to Seville. That's not really a bad result, is it, for Leicester and knockouts in Champions League? It'd be interesting to know what the owners or Leicester board are what they actually expected from this season, or what they actually expected from that Seville game. I guess they didn't expect them to be this poor off this season, but I don't know what they did. Now, the managers can't get a head around this. Other managers can't get a head around this. We've got Mourinho. He's wearing a CR top, okay, obviously showing his support for Ranieri in like a press conference today. We've got Jurgen Klopp coming out and saying that basically, this year's had some weird things, Brexit, Trump, and now the sacking of Ranieri. How can Klopp put them three all together in the same thing? That just shows you that it's odd. This is how I feel, okay? Before Ranieri, got sacked or whatever, I really did not want Leicester to get relegated. I really liked Leicester. I really admired what they did last year, and I really didn't want them to go down this year. But now Ranieri's been sacked, I actually don't care if they get relegated anymore. I sort of stopped supporting them to stay up. I mean, I'm a neutral, and I wonder what the rest of the neutrals think about this. Now, let's work backwards, alright? Let's work backwards, okay, for managers, what's happened to them after winning the league. Because this is, a bigger picture for this video. Let's take a look. So before Leicester, we had Chelsea, and of course, Mourinho won that one, okay, and obviously he underperformed the season after and got sacked, right? Exact same situation as Ranieri, but obviously it's a little bit different, okay, because obviously Chelsea expected to win the Premier League. They are, one of the favourites, and obviously Mourinho, technically 6th is a bad finish or whatever, bad season for Chelsea. So 2 of the last Premier League winners managers, alright, have been sacked for underperforming the season after. That is pretty crazy. The year before that, we've got Man City and Pellegrini. Now this one is very interesting, right? Pellegrini's the only survivor of this episode, basically, which I'm just going to come out and say now. I'm going to ruin it a little bit. He's the only survivor of the whole video. But it wasn't exactly a blessing for him and stuff, because he was replaced or whatever. His contract ran out and they didn't offer him a new one. So Pellegrini won the Premier League, whatever. He did sign an extension for an extra year, I believe, to manage the club, and he actually did finish the season. But at the end of that one, Pep Guardiola came in and whatever, and yeah, they didn't offer him a new deal. So he sort of maybe pushed out, or maybe he wanted to leave, I'm not sure, but he didn't get offered a new deal after the following year. The season before that, we have got, of course, the one and only Alex Ferguson, right? The one and only. And this one's a very famous situation. He actually retired, so a bit better. He didn't get the sack, he he didn't get forced out. He didn't need a new contract. He was probably offered one, but he didn't want to accept it. You know, he wanted to go out an absolute high and finish the Premier League, obviously being a winner. So yes, every manager that's won the Premier League the last few years so far, alright, it's not lasted, okay? It's not lasted. Either retired, been sacked, or basically just not been offered a new contract and had to move on. Last but not least, we got the year before that, and it's another Man City one, okay? And it's a guy that's rumoured to be going to Leicester in a minute, but apparently he's not interested. We've got Mancini. And last but not least, the one before that, we got, like I say, Mancini, okay? And this guy, of course, won the Premier League with Manchester City, and he got sacked. He got sacked by City, you know, eventually. So I'm not really sure what happens, okay? We've got people like, this is a controversial one, Piers Morgan, alright? This guy's come out and said that, you know, managers win the Premier League and getting sacked and stuff, and then we got people like Wenger, for 13 years, has won no Premier League or whatever, and he still kept his job. This is from Piers Morgan. This is not me, so it's pretty controversial. There's a lot of stuff going on out there, but the reality is, what do you all think of it? Let me know in the comment section down below. This has been a very different and very interesting video to bring you that I can't even believe I'm bringing you. I hope this wasn't happening. Anyway, guys, subscribe for more football videos. I'm out. It has been a pleasure as always. Take it easy. Have a good weekend. Peace.